Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I know I didn't get the chance to do more videos. Took me a little while because I had to do some personal stuff, but hopefully now we can post more videos about the Rebel 1100 and probably about other stuff as well. I want to show you what I did with my bike, the upgrades I did. So far we did the saddlebags, we did the box in the back. Today we're going to talk about the exhaust. The one that comes from Honda is nice. It gives you nice roaming sound. I'm going to give you the best advice I got from somebody that rides bikes for a very, very long time, a lot longer than me, of course. You want a strong exhaust with a strong sound. You want a strong sound on the exhaust because you want, motorcycles are dangerous as it is, and you want them to notice you before you are too close to notice. So that's the best advice he gave me. He told me, listen, get the noisiest one you can so people will notice you, will put you in less danger. And you know what? He has more experience, so I will follow his advice, and that's what I did. I looked around a lot before I decided what I want to get. There is cheaper ones, there is a more expensive one, but more or less for this specific bike you would find two brands that more noticeable, and the one I got is Kaufman. It's a family-owned company, a German company. We already know that usually German companies, they're very particular, very precise. They make good stuff. They're very particular about the way they build stuff. And I can tell you from my own experience, the sound sounds amazing. You also have a piece inside that makes the noise, because it depends on where you live. You probably have a restriction sometime to certain loud noises and decibels and stuff like this. So you most likely want to check that before. I took it out. He has like a ring that has like two holes, and then you have to clamp it and pull it out. It took me a while. I'm going to show you which one I used to take it out without scraping it. And you don't see it on my exhaust because it's from the inside. Basically it makes the noise muffled, and that's the best advice I can give you about this. We're going to go soon show you how I did the exhaust. I already installed it, so I'm just going to give you explanation how it's get done, especially with the foot pegs for the passenger, that you need to do something a little different if you have them, and I'm going to explain to you how I did this so you can do it the right way. You also need to know when you install the new exhaust, this is kind of a heat protection and that's kind of far away. So what happened is you might want to put some cover on the exhaust itself so you won't get burned. It's not recommended to drive with shorts, but if you do, you need to understand, even with other pants, you might get burned if you don't have something like this. So either you need to be very, very careful, or you need to put something to cover this. It's like a bandage heat protection that a lot of Harley Davidson guys and big bikes with big exhaust they have, and that's what I usually recommend. I'll show you right now what kind of plier you might want to use. It's a very pointy one, advisable, small, to be able to reach inside. So I'm going to show you. This is literally sits inside, and like I said, there is a ring that holds here and it sits here, and then you have to come here with the two ring and reach it. You need to push it in, squeeze very hard, and then pull it out. And it's not as easy it might sound, because the way they did this system is kind of ridiculous. I talked to the owner of Kaufman, very nice guy. I told him the situation. I gave him an advice how I think that this pull-out ring can be done. He actually liked my idea, but he said a lot of other manufacturers, they all purchase it from outside source and they don't really have a choice, and they stuck with this ridiculous ring with literally has no common sense of the way they did it, because they can literally give you a little more place to hold it instead of two holes that have a barely tenth of an inch to hold it, and it will be a lot easier and less chances that you'll damage the silencer, the exhaust when you take it out. I'm sure a lot of people did it better way because they have a little more experience of doing those, but I like to do my installation usually by myself, unless I really think that somebody more professional, that this is his like day-to-day job, so I will take them to them, but most of the time I will do it myself. And this is, like I said, very pointy, very long, very small. Those holes are like ridiculously small. Okay, I'm going to show you right now what did I do. It's not going to be an installation, it's mostly going to be a review and kind of guidance how to do it the right way. If you know better way, you should definitely do that. If you have any recommendations, stuff that you think that can be done better, or you think you have a better idea how to do it, please let me know. And I love to take any advice, any ideas, you know, anything that you can do better, easier way to do it. I think it's always a good way to share it, and then other people can have easier installation, easier life. I'm going to take you right now and show you the difference. So when you take it off, you have a ring here. On the other ones too, you have a ring with the bolts on it. It works the same way on the factory one, but what you need to know is that when you take this off, it's not gonna be as just slipping it on and that's it. When you take this off, it's gonna have like a little wrap. If you go very gently and very slowly, you scrape it, it's supposed to give it a better seal. In this case, you don't really need it. So the minute you start scraping it, it doesn't feel like you can scrape it because it feels like it's a part of your exhaust and you're going to damage it, but it's not. It will come off little by little, and then you'll see it's like a big wrap built with a lot of string of wires that they put there. After you do that, you put this one, it will slide on. Not too much force, but you can push it in. You want to make sure that these bolts, you want to keep it in the back so you won't see it. So try to keep it in the back as much as you can if you want a clean installation. So if you can look from the inside installation of the bracket, you can see we have a spacer and we have a nut. And the reason why we cannot use the new one is because of the pegs. The head of the screw that goes all the way is flat. So you need to use the same screw, and because it's longer, you will need to use the spacer. You already have it with the nut, and that actually will give you the best results, and it works perfectly. It doesn't interrupt anything. When you take this off and take it off, there is a marble here that allows this to happen, to clamp. Make sure you don't lose it. Take a picture before you do that to make sure you know where to put it, because there is like two places you can put it in, and one of them will allow it to lock and the other one won't, and you need to put it before you put this. So the holes is like in here in this disc, right? And that's how it works. So try not to lose the marble here, because then your pegs would not work like that. You will have to push it a little higher just to fit inside the hole, but then it's easy installation if you know what you're doing. The most frustrating situation you will probably get is from the silencer. So this sits here inside, and then after you take it with the ring, this is opened, and then you get a better sound from your exhaust. And like I said, it's a very easy, simple installation. Like you can see also, it doesn't interrupt with the Viking saddlebag. It goes underneath. They have another model that goes like 45 degrees. I wasn't a big fan, not by look and not by the angle it goes, because it interrupts with my saddlebags and also my passenger that can be affected by that. I took it because I thought it's the best choice for the Rebel 1100. Also makes it a lot better looking bike. The old factory one looks ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna give you a sound test right now. So like you see and heard, it's a very, very loud exhaust, but also kind of classic. It has a good sound, and in generally I think it's the best choice. That's my recommendation. Okay guys, we're back. You didn't really get a full installation because I installed it before I opened the channel. I will do the installation next time so you can see everything, like with the bags I installed. I'm gonna give you all my upgrades video by video, so you can get my research, my work that I did to get the best result for the bike, for my benefits, that might be for your benefit as well. So right now I just explained to you how to do it so you won't have any mistakes when you install it. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a full installation. Like I said, it was before I opened the channel. I will tell you that I did contact the Kaufman company. I talked to the owner. Very, very nice guy, very professional. I told him the issue I had. He was very, very helpful. He told me that it will help me, no issues. I scraped it from the inside. I told him, listen, this is like very problematic to remove it, and he was very helpful. He just told me, send it back, I'll repaint it for you, I'll return it back to you as new, no issues. And I think that's beyond what a company usually do, and that's the advantage of buying from a small company. They really care about their customers, and I really recommend them. They were very, very helpful from the beginning. Even when I thought about purchasing it, they were great. So I definitely recommend it. I will put other links to other video regarding this exhaust, so you can get an idea. There is another guy that does stuff about the Rebel. I like his channel a lot, and I would definitely recommend him to watch the upgrades he does with the Rebel, and he does a lot of things by himself, and I definitely recommend him. And like I said before, you can definitely get cheaper options. You can definitely get on other options. There is like the Two Brothers exhaust, and I think like maybe 3 top of the line for the Rebel that most recommended. Again, I saw them. You can look it up. I'll put links on the info, and you can see. Most likely you will choose the same thing because it just looks very classic, very nice, very clean, kind of sporty as well, and that's why I liked it a lot. So until the next video, see you later.